very good morning to everyone apart from me because I hate waking up at this time. It's currently 3:15 a.m. and just to make my morning a little bit better, I'm driving this lovely Mercedes-Benz C300 with the AMG line package. This is supposed to be a Christmas special, and since we have this really special car as well, we wanted to take it to a really special place. So we're heading to this place called Kumbhe Waterfalls, which is near this area called Kolad. We have been there before. We have been there for the Triumph Scrambler launch, and it was a really nice place. So we wanted to, visit it again. And Pune has not been the coldest place around, so we thought maybe some nature and greenery would be nice. So it's roughly a 3-hour drive, 110 kilometers. So this is definitely not like a range test or something. But we just wanted to take this car to a really nice place and just see how it is on long journeys. So we are at this usual stretch that we come to in Mexico, and let's just see what the C300 is made of. It's a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's pretty punchy. So I've put it into Sports Plus, ESP off, manual shifting. Let's see what it does. So we have 93 kilometers more to go, and of course, like most journeys, we trusted Google Maps with our route and everything. And if you can see, it's taken us to this road, which was absolutely unnecessary. Like, the parallel road to this was a big, wide road, much wider than this. And I don't know why we keep on trusting Google Maps sometimes, because this is just stupid. This car is definitely not made for this road, but now I'm deep into it, so I have to manage it. And this thing is pretty low to the ground, so the front bumper, the front bumper sometimes does scrape, and these AMG wheels are definitely not liking this. So whatever. So it's been roughly 20 kilometers since I last spoke to you guys, and the C300, well, it's been performing really nicely. We've not used up a lot of fuel, I think, so we left the starting point with like 3/4 of a tank, and we're just below 3/4 of a tank now. So it's not really consuming much, because this thing is now a mild hybrid car as well. So this is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's the M254 engine, if I'm not wrong. I'm not really good with Mercedes nomenclature yet, but 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It now gets a mild hybrid system, which is a 48-volt system, and the engine itself makes roughly around 255 horsepower. The mild hybrid system adds another 20 horsepower on top. Paired to this powertrain is a 9-speed torque converter gearbox, and the torque converter gearbox, well, it's a little jerky sometimes, but once you're on the move, it smoothens out wonderfully, and especially once you start driving the car more, once it gets up probably to some sort of temperature, it gets really, really smooth. But in the starting couple of kilometers, you can just feel it a little bit, jerky here and there. But overall, I mean, the powertrain and the drivetrain is nothing to complain about. And yes, this thing is purely rear wheel drive, which makes it a lot of fun to drive it in a ghat situation like this. So yeah, the C300 is, well, not the sportiest driving car out there. The suspension is, well, not very stiff, but it's not very soft as well. I think so it's the perfect balance of, being stiff and comfortable, because yeah, it takes up the bumps really nicely, but when I put it through a corner, it sticks to the ground pretty nicely. So I think so it's a really balanced suspension setup, whereas I think so the new G20 LCI, the 330 Li and stuff, I think so the suspension is a little bit off if you compare it to this, because it feels a little bit more stiff. But yeah, I think so this is a very good balance of that. One little update that I would like to give you is that we have the tire pressure monitor system light on right now, because I think so we've lost a couple of PSI here and there of tire pressure in the front right. But yeah, I think so we should be okay. It doesn't look like a flat tire because I got out and I checked it, so seems to be okay. Once we start getting a little bit more sunlight, maybe I'll start pushing the car a little bit more. But yeah, right now it's pitch black, so I'm not going to be doing anything stupid. And yeah, this is a ghat road, so I think so safety first at this time. So one thing that I really want to point out is that this interior really does feel like a special occasion, and it really comes to life at night. This interior, like the ambient lighting and the interior lighting is like spot on. It's like a proper lounge inside, and yeah, it feels like an occasion. And if you compare it to the G20 3 Series LCI, I think so the LCI's interior is very nice, but this is on a completely different level. I mean, it feels like, it just makes you feel special when you're driving it. But that is not to say that there are some really annoying things with the new C-Class. I mean, first and foremost, I really hate the fact that they've put all of the controls of, basic stuff like aircon and even like stuff like manual shifting mode in the screen. You have this massive iPad-esque screen in the middle, which has basically all of the car's controls. And yeah, you need to really shift your focus off of the road and onto the screen if you want to get anything done. So that's pretty annoying. But you do get a lot of controls for the screen and the instrument cluster over here on the steering wheel. But the steering wheel itself has touch capacitive buttons, so if you slightly brush your hand over it by mistake, your instrument cluster or your screen in the middle goes into a completely different menu or a completely different view altogether. So that is again pretty annoying, but I'm sure that is stuff that you will get used to over time. So that's not really much to complain about. But I had just popped the car into Sports Plus mode, and I was putting it through its paces through these ghat roads, and honestly it was a lot of fun to drive. I mean, I was not pushing it at all, nowhere near the limit of the car, but it was a lot of fun to just like roll through the gears and have that engine power through the rear wheels. And if you compare it to the G20 330 Li, this is more fun to drive, because the 330 Li with its longer wheelbase feels a little bit more bulky, and you really do feel the length of the car when you start putting it through its paces through a road like this. But the new C-Class, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I was not expecting the C-Class to be this impressive, and I would like to say I'm pleasantly surprised. So this is the last stretch of the journey towards Kumbhe waterfalls. We only have 8.4 kilometers of distance left, and yeah, the road has become absolutely trash now. All of the cement and tarmac and everything is gone, and now it's just super rough. And I hope it stays this way, because anything worse than this and probably it'll be a little bit of an issue for this car. The suspension, although is really nice and compliant though, in the ghats it was stiff enough, like give feedback and make the car stick to the road. But when it comes to a road like this, it's ironing out the bumps and like the imperfections of the road pretty damn well. We have now shut off the AC. We've opened the sunroof and opened the windows as well. And it's not as cold as we thought it would be, but I mean, it's cool enough for like to be sunroof open weather. And there's a whole lot of dew in the air, so like the windscreen is getting wet and stuff. So I think so it's going to be a really nice sunrise. So as you can see, the sun has risen kind of, and this is Kumbhe waterfall. You can't see it because the waterfall is just after that cliff. We'll be going up over there in just a minute or so to show you the waterfall and everything. And we had one job, was to bring the drone, and we didn't bring that. We opened the boot over here, and the drone is not in the car. We've left it at my place. So anyways, at least the scenery is nice, the car is nice, everything else is nice. Probably you just won't have drone shots. If you want to see the drone shots, I'll put in a drone shot over here somewhere from a previous shoot that we've done. But sunrise is absolutely beautiful. Let's head let's head up over there and talk a little bit more about the car. Now that we have reached our destination, well, this was technically not the destination that we wanted to go to. That place was actually a little bit further down, but the thing is, this car just won't go down that road, and we don't want to damage this car for no reason, so we're not taking it over here. But this place is absolutely beautiful. I can't believe that people stay over here. I mean, what a peaceful life. Coming back to the car, the C300, well, I think so only comes with the AMG kit now in India. And as you can see, it looks beautiful. I think so this is the prettiest car in its segment. Now, all of you guys know that I love my BMWs, but trust me, over the last couple of days, this car has really grown on me, and especially in the looks department. I think so it is the best looking car in its segment. I mean, it looks fantastic. With the AMG kit, of course, you get a more aggressive front bumper. You get these awesome looking 5-spoke AMG wheels, which has these surrounds over here on the edges. Over at the back, you again get a little bit more of an aggressive bumper with a diffuser. But the only thing is, I don't like fakery. So the fake exhaust tips, Mercedes, you can lose them. Please don't bring them back ever again. I mean, Mercedes is the only brand that does that now, and it's pretty annoying. Don't do that, or at least give real exhaust tips. But you of course get some more aggressive side skirts as well, and overall the car just looks very sporty yet elegant at the same time, and this color looks absolutely stunning. My favorite angle, of course, has to be the front 3/4. I think so it looks the best in that angle, and yeah, this car looks really, really pretty. Overall, the C300 is a very well-rounded sedan in its segment. The 330Li, well, I think so it's lost some of its sporty touch, and the A4, well, I mean, no one really talks about it because no one really cares. And again, it's front-wheel drive, so you can't really have the same amount of fun as you can with a rear-wheel drive car. The C300, I think so, really is the well-balanced one out of all of the three. It's fun to drive, it has enough amount of oomph, the interior looks really nice, is really nice, it looks really nice on the outside. I think so the only problem the C300 has is its price. I think so it's roughly around 80 lakh rupees on road, which is a lot of money for a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. I think so if you put in a couple of lakhs more, you will get an M340i. So will you have an M340i or a C300? But in isolation, if you don't take into consideration that an M340i exists, this is an epic car to have. And on that bombshell, I think so, yeah, we've taken a big L by not getting the drone today, but regardless, the trip was really nice, the car was really comfortable, and we really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you think of the C300, and I'll catch you in the next one.